Yes, as expected, the PlayStation State of Play has been revealed. I want to go over what we know will be there. I will share some predictions, some rumors, and way more. So let's get into it. It's gonna happen on Wednesday, September 24th, so very quickly after you watch this video. We will of course do a live reaction. I will leave a link to that in the pinned comment. Hopefully you watch with us, that would be great. So let's see what Sony has to say. Tune in live this Wednesday for more than 35 minutes of reveals and news from developers around the world. We will share new looks at anticipated third-party and indie titles, plus updates from some of our teams at PlayStation Studios, including an extended look at Saros, Housemarque's the mysterious new title arriving next year. Look forward to nearly 5 minutes of gameplay captured on PS5. So, 30 minutes of other stuff. And Saros, for if you don't remember, this is basically going to be a returnal spiritual successor. It's going to be including some roguelite elements. So yeah, we play through a level, die, get better, rinse and repeat. They say 2026 at the end of this trailer. I really think that it's going to be, or they don't say it in the, oh here it is. I think it's going to be early 2026, otherwise they would not have announced it like early this year, right, at a State of Play. So maybe we get a release date as well. That would be kind of awesome. Because yes, that's kind of the thing with Sony right now. At the end of a State of Play, they have a PlayStation Studios reveal. And the big rumor for this State of Play is Insomniac Games' Wolverine is likely to be at the PlayStation State of Play. So Insider Gamer sources have revealed that Insomniac Games' Wolverine is ready to be shown off for the first time officially since the 2021 PlayStation Showcase. According to sources who wish to remain anonymous, as they could not talk about the company plans, PlayStation is currently planning its next State of Play towards the end of September. Well, that was confirmed. Other sources revealed that Insomniac's Wolverine is almost certainly going to be at the event, as the production of its next trailer has now been completed. He does note that if it's not going to be at the State of Play, it will likely be at the Game Awards, but high chance that Wolverine is going to be there, and other rumors indicate that it's going to be a 2026 title. I've said it before, but basically last year, during this September State of Play, we had a State of Play in September for many years now. Last year, Ghost of Yotei was revealed with a 2025 thing at the end. A year later, the game comes out. So, might be that Wolverine will finally get a gameplay trailer, and then we also see 2026 at the end, and then come next year, likely it's gonna be out in October or something. Probably before GTA 6. Again, I still think GTA 6 is gonna be delayed till October. So I think Sony wants to get that Wolverine out before it. But that's a sidetrack. Let's look at other things that will be at this State of Play, or could be actually. Because a mention of Yakuza Kiwami 3 was found on the developer's website. So maybe that will show up. Reminder, it is Tokyo Game Show the day after the State of Play. So that makes sense. Stellar Blade also teased this last week, saying in 1 week. And then they had a, kind of creepy image. There is a Resident Evil collaboration going on in their other game, Nikkei. So maybe they also have a Resident Evil collab in Stellar Blade or something. Maybe Stellar Blade shows up at the State of Play. Then also Capcom, this is interesting. So they are doing their own event, which also on September 24th. 40 minutes of Tokyo Game Show stuff. Featured games, Onimusha, Pragmata, Monster Hunter Wilds, Monster Hunter Stories, Mega Man, and Street Fighter 6. There's one game missing. Resident Evil Requiem. So maybe that's because that game will be at the State of Play. Would be awesome. Would be awesome. I've said before I want to hear that Onimusha release date. Hopefully we get like an early 2026 release date for that. Of course, this State of Play is also the final moment that Sony can talk about Ghost of Yotei. The game is out next week, which is super exciting. Reviews are out 1 day after the State of Play. Working hard on my own review, so look forward to that. No story spoilers, of course, in that video. But yeah, I think they will probably show another trailer. I would be down for like a, we're 1 week away from Ghost of Yotei's launch, and we want to let you know that we're also planning to support it with New Game Plus. Something like that, like a Nate Fox or one of the directors talking in the camera saying, we will have some cool updates next to the Legends DLC multiplayer that we of course know will be coming next year. But yeah, they might do another, because at one point, like, I think they've already shown, like, the same trailer a couple of times, right? Like, the Onryo's list, like, it's constantly Atsu killing people with different weapons. So I'm curious if they can, show something new in the state of play. But they will probably remind us that, Ghost of Yotei is out next week. That's a big deal, of course. So I also think it's interesting, and maybe there has been Battlefield 6 campaign info. I've not seen it. I'm, like, not really in the target audience for this game, but I've been following it from the sidelines. I think how EA has handled the reveal, open beta very quickly afterwards, and then launching the game 2 months later is kind of wild. But yeah, they had PlayStation exclusive content in the beta. So maybe there's a deal with Sony where they also have a campaign trailer at the state of play or some sort of Battlefield 6 thing. I can see that happen. Another big one is the next God of War game from Sony Santa Monica is reportedly a 2.5 Metroidvania action-adventure prequel set in Greece. To be fair though, it's probably not made by Sony Santa Monica, but they probably are overseeing it. It's probably made by a different team. Blending gameplay elements of Blasphemous and focuses on a younger Kratos and his relationship with his father Zeus, aiming 2026 release. So we've heard about this rumor for a long time. Would of course be possible that we finally see this game. I think the best way to describe this game is probably gonna be, think Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown with Kratos. That's probably what this game is going to be. And yeah, I mean, I think that could be cool. But yeah, it's not the next big God of War or anything, but anything with God of War is of course exciting. Speaking of Prince of Persia, we know the Sands of Time remake will release by April 2026. And I think it's kind of quiet over there at Ubisoft. I think you want to get this game out in January. We saw the Lost Crown launch in January as well. They wanted the original remake of Prince of Persia in January 2021 before they delayed it by 5 years. We're now getting it 5 years later. But yeah, Ubisoft Montreal's taken over the project. They're really doing a remake, basically. So I hope we see it, because the time is kind of running out for this. So I'm curious if they might show up. We also know what will not be there. Bungie's Marathon. Paul Tassi has the exclusive. Marathon is not at the state of play. No release date, nothing. Marathon is not about to be immediately discussed in some longer Bungie presentation after going dark. The earliest we will see more from Marathon is November, and that's a maybe right now. They are doing internal tests. They wanna, of course, they had one moment to blow everyone away. That did not really happen. So I think going dark and coming back stronger than ever with, we have all the things you wanted. It's a way bigger game now, blah, blah, blah. This needs to be a win. So I think going dark and talking when you actually have something good to show is the best approach. Sony said they want to launch this before April. But yeah, we will have to wait and see. Another live service game that could show up. Fair Games, what the heck is going on with that? Although, and this kind of crazy, it might not be real, but I thought it was interesting to just throw it out there. There is a 4chan post right now posted to the Reddit Gaming Leaks saying that Fair Games has been cancelled and Haven Studios, the developer, closed. I totally would believe this. But yeah, I just wanted to throw it out there that that's possible, that we see that as well. But yeah, I overall think that, should we expect Wolverine? I'm gonna say that it's gonna be there. I would be disappointed if it's not, and I'm already setting myself up for a disappointment right there. But I think Wolverine at the end, Saros 5 minutes, and the rest is gonna be mid. That's my expectation. So I hope that Sony already can deliver on that. Even if we see Wolverine, I would be happy with that. But yeah, that's usually with the state of plays, of course. Lower your expectations, and you will probably get out more excited than you started watching. Again, we will do a live reaction, pinned comment, subscribe to this channel for way more reaction videos like this. That would be awesome. And check out my video on Ghost of Yotei. We learned some developer secrets regarding the game's budget and way more. So I will speak to you very soon. Goodbye.